Too late?
The Old Guard attempts to blend the supernatural movie formula with the tried, tested, and true hardcore, gunslinging, fast cuts action genre, and albeit with a few blind spots, it executes it exceptionally well. My fellow Netflix and chillers, welcome to another movie review by yours truly, Cape Informer, the most informed. How y'all feeling? Today we are diving deep into a Netflix release that dropped just this past weekend. However, before we crack into this, y'all go ahead and that subscribe button. Anyways, as I was, The Old Guard dropped on Netflix this weekend, and it's based on the graphic novel by Greg Rucka. The film stars Charlize Theron as a badass warrior who leads a group of mercenaries who take on missions around the world. But these just aren't your everyday run-of-the-mill mercenaries, mind you. They are actually immortal mercenaries who have been protecting the world for a number of centuries. True story. They're basically all mini Wolverines, for all of my diehard X-Men fans out there. Just without the claws, and I don't think any of them are Canadian. While the movie takes place in present day, we see the Covert Group take on adversaries with a plethora of different weapons, not only limited to guns. I'm talking about swords, knives, medieval axes, all that good stuff, which really takes the already heightened action sequences to a whole new level in this movie. Which leads me into what I believe is this movie's biggest draw, the action. For a Netflix film, most of the fight scenes were incredibly engaging and well choreographed. I suppose they had to make sure they kept your full attention in these scenes, especially seeing as when you're dealing with characters that can't die, it can often take the suspense factor out of it. But that wasn't the case in this movie. It was still always thoroughly enjoyable to see them get shot, stabbed, or have their bones broken. I mean, it was for all of you guys too, right? The story also did a good job in illustrating a reality in which being immortal didn't come with any consequence. In fact, there were a number of factors that kept the stakes high at nearly all times. Due to this team's unique abilities, they have inevitably become targets in this world that has been unaware of their existence. However, when their existence is suddenly exposed, it is up to Andy, Charlize's character, and Niall, played by Kiki Lane, the newest soldier, to join their ranks to help the group eliminate the threat of those who seek to replicate and monetize their power by any means necessary. Now, this is a very original and interesting concept for a movie, not something we've regularly seen in the run-of-the-mill DC Marvel superhero flick, and for that I do commend them. But as far as these original concepts go, they can often go a bit over the top, which can reveal some massive plot holes that can take you a bit out of the film. Need I remind you guys of Netflix's 2017 original movie Bright? But it definitely did take me out of some parts, and I'm sure it did for a number of others who have already seen it. There was just one too many times where the movie asks the viewer to suspend their disbelief that these groups of mercenaries have been able to do their work and live their lives under little to no suspicion for all of these years. Not to give them any credit, but they really aren't that inconspicuous in this movie. And without revealing too much of the plot, there were a number of ways that the quote-unquote bad guys could have achieved their goal without half of the trouble they went through, just judging by what they truly required. However, what the movie did do well for me was presenting a lot of introspective and philosophical ideas about beings who have lived for centuries and their particular outlook on peace, happiness, and even morality. It was definitely something they could have dove into more, and makes me actually contemplate if this could have worked a bit better as a series than a movie. With a concept like this, there is just so much you can unpack and so many other directions to explore that even by the end of the film, where they tease that a sequel could be on the horizon, you still leave feeling a bit unsatisfied. Like, we're not really done here. Other than that, all of the mercenary characters worked really well on screen. They absolutely captured the dynamic of a band of warriors that have worked together for a very long time. He has a more of an in-the-cut, laid-back role, but Chiwetel Ejiofor is also in the movie and does an incredible job with the part he's been given. In my opinion, they could have potentially did a lot more with his role, seeing as he's definitely one of the most stronger actors in that cast. Aside from all that, I indeed did enjoy this film and recommend it for anyone looking for a breath of fresh air in the supernatural action genre. Per usual, let me know what all of you guys thought about The Old Guard in the comment section below. Subscribe, like the video, and of course, I'll see you guys all in my next one.